I would say if you don't have a three-way mirror and you are a DIYer with your locks, that should be the first thing on your to-do list. People who don't understand this whole maintenance technique and they have so much negative things to say about it, this back part, because the back I let go for a year and like a month. It was matted. It was just all types of it was a jungle back there.
Or in the back? Like what?
Welcome to the Lazy and Loc channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're a returning subscriber, as usual, thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the channel. Also, Happy New Year, as I am recording this after the New Year. This is my first video that you'll be seeing recorded from me in 2026. The last two videos were from 2025, but this is officially my first video of 2026. So I hope that you all so far are having a great start to your new year. So in today's video, we're going to be taking out this braid out. I'm also going to be going over my last retwist process that I did, which was a 13-month stretch on my semi-freeform Microlocs. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, what I did, how long I took, and just like show you all the final product once I take out this braid out. I did this braid out, I think maybe like a week after I finished, which was the 31st. Yeah, this been in for about a week, but I think I put the braids in after, I think, a week of me finishing my retwist. So I'm going to talk about that. And I'm also going to put on these press-on nails. I don't have them on now or yet because I need to take these down and it'll just be a lot easier for me if I use my bare hands. I give it to the people who have nails and they do their own lock maintenance and all of that. I can't do it with nails. Like, I have to have my nubs. I have to feel through my hair, but I am going to put these on. Nonetheless, let's start taking out these braids and let's see the final results. Before I start taking these down, I did soft curl roll or sponge roll my ends. So every time I do a braid out, which is barely, like, get to the facts, this is my first braid out in 5 years. I didn't do an official braid out since 2021 January. So to the month, this makes officially 5 years. This is my first braid out. And every time I do a braid out, I always use soft curl rollers. So let's start taking out the foam rollers. So quick story time on my retie. My last retie that I just did, look how that look. Okay, last retwist I did, I started exactly on December 1st of 2025. And the goal was to get it done before January of 2026. I was running a boot camp, my first ever UV Loc boot camp, where I was working with a cohort of participants, and the whole goal of the boot camp was for us to have our locks maintained, salvaged, and completely taken care of before the new year. And it was a great cohort. Everybody was able to finish their locks. A lot of them finished before me, which I was definitely just so happy and proud about. And we got it done. So I was really under pressure because everybody was just doing so good in the cohort. And I'm just like, yo, I got to keep showing up and I got to keep, motivating my peoples, because that's what the boot camp was all about. So that was a success, and I was able to do that, was able to finish that, and was able to accomplish my retwist within 31 days. So I had like, I think 5 minutes left, honestly, before the new year, and I was up and I was just, yeah, it was hard. Like, because the hardest part, like, if you watched my last video, it was this back part, because the back I let go for a year and like a month. So it's been 13 months since I like really worked on the back. So it was matted. It was just all types of it was a jungle back there. So I was able to do it. I was able to get it done. That alone took some time. But once that was done, it was good. Like, I was smooth sailing, and everything was good. Like that back part was really hard. What helped me out a lot was a three-way mirror that I bought. And I don't know what took me so long to purchase a three-way mirror, but I would say that if you don't have a three-way mirror and you are a DIYer with your locks, that should be the first thing on your to-do list. Like, even before you purchase any tools, I think getting that three-way mirror is just going to be such a game changer. Get you a three-way mirror. So I was starting off the back, and then I realized, I was like, this is not going to go anywhere because I can't really see the back, and I don't want to feel my way in the back. You know, since it's been so long, I want to do it right. So I actually did a whole new grid back there, and there was a request for a lock tour. I'm definitely going to give y'all a lock tour. It's probably not going to be in this video though, because my main emphasis is just getting these braids down. So I'm not going to give y'all the lock tour in this video, but it's definitely in queue. I'm going to go through, show y'all the back, and also the request was to show what UV Lock'd, which is the adhesive that I use to maintain my locks, what it looks like after a 3-month mark period for people who are not such long stretchers. So I got y'all for that as well. So this is what my ends look like. And this is why I like using the sponge rollers, because it just gives like a nice, like, look at that. You see that? I just love using sponge curl rollers. I know people use pipe cleaners and all that stuff, but me, I'm gonna stick to my sponge curl rollers. The ends is very like tight, the braid, so I'm gonna use my UV Lock utility lock tool to start taking down the braids in the back. This is my lock utility lock tool, as you can see, and it's pretty much like a pick, and I'm gonna use this to start taking down my braids. Probably don't even really need it, to be honest, because this is really like for really tight braids, but I'm just gonna have it handy just in case. It was so cool to like do this last retwist, because the last retwist I did, it wasn't a full hair retwist using my final product. So this was the first official retwist using my final product, which was awesome. And it was so fast. I did it like, even though it took a month, I had about like 6 to 7 inches of new growth. If you look on my community tab, I put a picture up there and I showed all the new growth I had. And I always say to myself, like, if I had to constantly interlock all that hair with me being the way I am with my locks, I would have been cut my locks off, because yeah, like, that's a lot of new growth to like go through. And you know, the thing about it is, people who don't understand this whole maintenance technique and they have so much negative things to say about it, you got to think about it. Like, I'm almost 10 years with my Microlocs, right? Well, Sister Locks turned Microlocs. So the thing about it is, I'm not looping all these locks through an interlock. You get what I'm saying? Because when you interlock, you literally have to loop each lock through the base. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Like, it's easy for people who have shorter locks to kind of say you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. But if you're DIYing and you have over, like, the last time I measured, the longest lock I had was 32 inches, I believe. It was like 32 inches. And the last time I measured was back in, I think it was like the ending of 2023, going on to 2024. So when I do my lock tour, I'm definitely going to do another measurement to see where my locks are, as far as like how long they've gotten. My longest lock, my shortest lock, all of that. But miss me with all of that looping through. No, I'm not doing that. So my product has come to the rescue, and every day I'm just so thankful that I've taken just the risk and the investment in myself and creating this product, because it just makes it so much easier for me to live my personal lock philosophy, which is being locked but not being too overly obsessed. Some people would say it's borderline lock neglect, especially the way the back of my locks looked. Like, even my mom, she saw my video, she was like, you let your locks get that bad back there? And I'm just like, yeah, like,
I really look like that. In the, or in the back? Like what? Please. What the hell is going on?
I be living life. Like, you know, I be living life, and trust me, my locks is not a priority until I make it a priority. That's just how I live with my locks. So, it was good to kind of just get it done. And yeah, now we're here. I always say after I do my retwist that I want to be better at being on a schedule, maybe a 3-month schedule. But I mean, it's almost about to be February. You get what I'm saying? And I just felt like I did my hair yesterday. So it's my like philosophy, guys. Like, I'm not that one, but I still love my locks. I love my small locks, and I'm gonna keep my small locks, and I'm gonna keep using my maintenance. And you know, that's where we're at with it. So we got half of it done, about half. This is the last, well, 2 on this side. So we got about 2 done, and it took me about like 10 minutes. So I'm going in, and I'm just gonna go and just open the ends up with my lock utility tool. I gotta be a little careful because I don't want to go through the lock with this, but right where you could see the pattern, where the space is between the braid, that's where I'm going in, and it just makes it easier to take this braid out down, because I braided it down, like all the way down. And then also, real quick, for my ends, I did add a mousse. So this braid out, believe it or not, was done on dry locks. It was mentioned that the hair should be wet, but I wasn't able to catch it wet. So I had to wet my like strands of locks as I went. So the ends is just mousse. Pretty much the shaft of the lock was just mousse. All right, truth be told, this is the last lock on this half, and I think we are about like 12-13 minutes. Guys, this is a little too much. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, me being in my hair this long, like, I'm just thinking about everything else I could be doing in these 15 minutes. And I don't know. It's not that I don't like being involved with my locks. It's just, I really value my time. And it's just something about staying on like one lock for like so long. I don't know. It just, it not that it gives me anxiety, but it's just like, okay, why am I on this lock for so long? You know? So even like taking this down, even though I know it's going to be a beautiful braid out, it's just, it's messing with my whole mental. But all right, y'all. And then, I thought we was done with this side, and we're not. I thought it was the last. When you think it's the last, there's another one that pops up. Yeah, the next time I do this braid out, I'm probably going to wash my hair. I'm gonna let this braid out, you know, kind of fall. The next time I wash my hair, I'm gonna do this braid out, but I think I'm gonna leave it in longer than a week. This braid out was a week, is a week old. I think I'm gonna leave it in for a very long time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't style my hair, but listen, I'm not gonna lie, it felt good having these larger braids in, even like to sleep in. Even with the sponge rollers, it was not that bad. It was just some instances where I could feel like the corners of the sponge roller kind of like hitting my scalp a little bit, because I would pineapple everything up. But yeah, the amount of time it's taking me to put this down just for a look, I'm not doing this for a very long time. But it's just like, I didn't realize I had so many braids. So let me finish taking these down. As you can see, the curls is definitely curling. The ends is definitely ending. I'm going to take everything down. I'm actually going to put my press-ons on. I'm going to put my Galactic Aura lip colors. And I'm going to just show y'all the final look once everything is done. All right, so hold on to your horses. Stay right there. Okay, y'all, so this is the final look of my braid out. I didn't like fluff it all the way out. Like, I know a lot of people like to section out and make it look fluffy. I didn't want to do that. So this is just what it looked like without me doing that. I'm going to just lift it up so you can kind of see the ends of it. So this is what it looks like at the ends. And yeah, I'm very happy with this braid out. Once I wash my hair, like once this braid out is kind of done, then I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna leave it in longer. Just because I kind of like that my hair is like condensed in the braids. So I'm actually gonna leave it in a little bit longer next time. And also for the nails, I put my press-ons on and it came out really nice. Like, I have a size extra small, so like my local mall, they like, there's a vendor who sells them, and like the extra small is just perfect. Like, it's perfect. It's so festive. Like, I love it. And then I also put some lip color on, and the lip color that I used was just a red base lipstick. This one is Lac, L-A-C, but then I went over it with my Luxury Cuspids lip color, and it's red, but it has like gold flakes, like gold undertones inside. I don't know if you could see it. So it just matched the whole vibe with the gold in the shirt. And then I have my gold earrings. These earrings, I actually was working at a senior citizen center. I was doing an internship there rather. And the seniors would make and craft these different jewelries. That's what they would do for like arts and crafts. And then the senior center would sell them. So I bought these from a senior center. And yeah, this is somebody's artwork that they made by hand. So I just put these on and it just matched. Like, you could see the gold in the nails, the gold in the earrings. I have gold accents in the shirt. Luxury Cuspids is red and gold. So it just went together. So this is the final look, y'all. And I will do a lock tour. Don't worry, I'm going to go through all of my locks and stuff. I'm just not going to do it in this video because this video is supposed to just be the reveal of the braid out and also just kind of showing y'all how my press-ons came out and just showing y'all, you know, once you put it together, you could put it together, okay? So that's it, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. It was fun doing this video. Thank you to all of my supporters who have asked me to do a braid out. I haven't did it in 5 years, so now here it is. And I think to preserve it, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do and kind of just scrunch everything up in a pineapple, and I'm gonna just put my lock sleeve over it, and I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions about UV Loc products, again, I did my whole retwist using UV Loc adhesive, which is my personal technique and patent pending trademarked adhesive bonding agent for Microlocs. Definitely check the shop down below. The shop is linked to this channel. Or if you have any specific questions, you can always email hello@uvloc.co. Either myself or my assistant will get back to you and try to answer and remedy any questions you have. And also, if you're interested in this lip color, if you're interested in Luxury Cuspids, we have an ongoing collaboration with Luxury Cuspids Galactic Aura Auric lip colors on the UV Loc website. So you can actually purchase these lip colors on the UV Loc website. You just go on, scroll all the way down, and then you'll see where it says you can purchase. We have 7 other colors as well. So feel free, have fun, go to the website And thank you all so much for watching, my supporters. I love y'all so much. And stay tuned for the next video. And until the next video, be safe, take care. I'll see you all next time. And thank you so much for your support. Bye.